All right, man, Church of Talk, you know what it is, man. We back, Saturday show, man. Hey, how y'all doing? I hope everybody's well. I hope everybody's good. So today, I'm going to do a ranking of the best weekend albums from worst to best. You know what I'm saying? If there is a worst. But before I get into that, I got to get my spill. This is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you're new here, let me work for your subscriptions today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know where to find the ones at. Just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content absolutely free. But if you want to leave a donation, link is in the description. Cash App, no more PayPal. I am the hidden gem. They called me the hidden gem. I went from 1,300 subscribers to over 13, 14, 15,000 subscribers and counting. So yeah, man. And I am the king of the north. Let me know what kingdom you from. So we're going to get right to this, man. This is going to be a very interesting episode. If you like the weekend, tell me what you think about this. This is going to be pretty good. It's not going to be that long, but it might be a little bit long. All right, so let's go. All right, man. So we're going to start with the first one, which I would think would rank as, I'm not going to say the worst because all his albums are actually really good to classic, I would say. But this would be my last pick out of all his albums, Kissland. Now, this comes with The Professional, Belong to the World, Wonderland, The Life with Drake. What else is on here? The Town. The Town is on here and all those songs. Very, very good album. I think this album is the one he was in. I believe he was in. I don't know if he was in Japan, but he was somewhere over there in Asia, somewhere in Asia, somewhere in. But this album to me defined his weirder sound than all the other albums. I think that this one here took a different approach to how he went about making music. I think that he leaned more into the darker R&B on this. This had one of my favorite songs that he ever did on here, and that is Kissland. Kissland is one of my favorite songs by The Weeknd. Name of the album is Kissland, and this song Kissland is actually phenomenal. That's a great song. I like how the transition went from one beat to the next. So this would be the pick, Kissland. I believe this is number 8. Okay, number 7. Now, here's the thing. He has other projects, but I didn't introduce those because I'll tell you in a second why. But this album here is one of those albums that really brought me into The Weeknd, and I was like, okay, this guy is special. You know what I'm saying? My Dear Melancholy is one of those albums where it has Call My Name. It has a couple of other joints on here that is just amazing. To Try Me, To Wasting Time. Yeah, this one here, I like. This was more of traditional R&B in a way. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't like Kissland. This was a little more I would say a little more leaning more towards the R&B side of him, but a little, of course it would be dark. So, you know what I'm saying? This album here for me was actually special because I said this one's one that brought me in, and I was like, okay, yeah, this guy is definitely different. You know what I'm saying? I heard this a little bit later. Oh man. Number 6, Starboy. Starboy, I believe, is his most successful album, believe it or not. And this album was the album that had a song. I believe there was a video for every song. I believe this what that was, a video for every song. But Starboy to me, is when he started experimenting on the sim sounds and he started going into a little bit more 80s sound, but not fully embracing it. You know what I'm saying? I think Starboy to me has some great songs. I'm talking like Party Animal, Party Monster to I Feel It Coming, Colors. Yeah, this album here, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the album that had Kendrick on there. Uh Sidewalks. Yeah. I think this album to me had one of the best songs he ever did. One of the best songs he ever did on this album. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know what that is. Die For You. You know what I'm saying? Die For You. It's so crazy that he did, when he did Die For You, he did it years later. He did a music video for it, which The Weeknd does stuff like that. I don't know why he does that, but sometimes he'll do like, it'll be an old song and he'll do a video for it. You know what I'm saying? Which is pretty dope to me. But yeah, this here, definitely, Starboy would definitely be number 6 in his catalog. So yeah, that was definitely one of his better joints, better albums. This will be number 6, like I said, Starboy. Yeah, let's get it. All right. So number 5, Dawn FM. Now, Dawn FM, this is gonna sound crazy, even though it's number 5. This is probably the most listened to album from The Weeknd that I ever listened to. This album here, I think I was stuck listening to this album for like almost 2 years straight, like a year straight, just constantly playing this album. Dawn FM to me is a continuation of After Hours, obviously, because it's a trilogy. But this one here, he continues on with the synth 80s pop dark music. And I'll be honest with y'all, the only reason why this is number 5 is probably because of the album cover. And that's a weird reason, because I think the album cover is cool, but it's not, I don't think it's his best, you know what I'm saying? But I understand why he did this, because it made sense in what's name. I just don't like the album cover too much. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's just too over the top for me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just being honest. But outside of that, the packaging might be whatever, but what's inside of it, I mean, you got all types of stuff in this joint, man. From Jim Carrey to Dawn FM, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's one of those joints, man. Gasoline. Oh my God, man. You know what I'm saying? Sacrifice, to Take My Breath. Like, yeah. It's one of them joints, man. I'm telling you, I could not stop listening to this album, man. Remember, I was your hero. I couldn't see. Yo, I used to love, I'm telling you, I love this album, man. I love this album. This is probably the most album that I listen to the most out of all of them, be honest with you. But it's number 5, Dawn FM. Number 4, the Trilogy. Now, the reason why I didn't include the other albums, Thursday and Echo of Silence, is because most of those songs, a good portion of those songs, are on the Trilogy. So that's why I included. Trilogy, man, what can I say about this? I believe it's like 30 something songs, man. And it's one of those, the Trilogy is one of those things where it's so perfect from the beginning to end. You know what I'm saying? It's a masterpiece. This is a masterpiece. That's what you're looking at right here. The Trilogy is a masterpiece. This defines The Weeknd. This is The Weeknd. The Trilogy is The Weeknd. Like, that's, if you want to know who The Weeknd is, go listen to the Trilogy. You ain't got to listen to nothing else. Listen to the Trilogy. That's it, bro. I'm talking like, man, Wicked Games is probably the greatest song, top 10 greatest songs ever penned to paper. I'm telling you. Wicked Games is stupid fire. The host, so many tracks on this joint. I could go on for days. This is one of his greatest works of all time, right here, the trilogy. So if you ever want to know who the Weeknd is, start with the trilogy. Start with the trilogy. But you know what it is before. All right, man. Number three. Hurry Up Tomorrow. Now, I've been listening to this album since it came out. This is definitely a classic. This is a masterpiece. This is by far some of his best work ever. I would definitely say that this is better than all the other albums that I just named. Definitely say that. And this defines the Weeknd. This is like the trilogy, but modern. That's what this is. Every song on here is damn near a 10. Every one of them. It flows so well. This is probably what they call it, his magnum opus. This is it right here. This is the one. You know what I'm saying? I think that he went back to his old sound and he tried to redo it. And every song, oh my God, it's just stuck in my head. Everything. Big Sleep, South Paula, like, bro, it's everything, every song. You know what I'm saying? It's just like right there. You know what I'm saying? Like Paralyzing Fear. Like it's just it's perfect, man. This is a perfect album. You know what I'm saying? Like and if it just runs into each other. It's like I don't even know how to even explain it. It's like you listen to this in your headphones. If you got some good headphones and you listen to the quality of this, it lifts you out your seat. Like it physically would lift you out your seat. Like it's so great. It's so put together so well. Like he really, really nailed this one, man. And I'm definitely gonna go on record and say this is a classic. This is 100% a 10 right here. No lie, from beginning to end. I don't even. It's so crazy. I listen to the songs so much that some of the songs I can't even get to the next song without rewinding that song. Open Hearts, you know what I'm saying? Like to the next song, and then I gotta rewind that. Then I rewind that song after I listen to it. It's just it's great, man. He took you through a journey. This is what it is. So yeah, man, Hurry Up Tomorrow definitely is number 3. You know what I mean, at this joint. All right, man. And number two, Beauty Behind the Madness. Now, here's the thing. Beauty Behind the Madness is so great at being such an experimental project. This is definitely another classic. I mean, from Earned It, I Can't Feel My Face, Go Tell Your Friends About It. Like, oh my God, bro. This album is bananas. I'm talking like it's so well put together, and the songs are so like he got a song with Labyrinth on here. I don't know if y'all know who he is, but he's fire. And he got a song with Lana Del Rey on here. Like, yeah, man, this is it. You know what I'm saying? This is it. Like this is the one. I love this album. You know what I'm saying? This album to me is this. I believe this is the album that put him on the map. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, this was the one. This was the one that put him like right there, and start making people pay attention to him. Like, you know what I'm saying? This the Hills. What? The Hills. Oh my. The greatest beat drop ever in any genre outside of Phil Collins, The Air of the Night. The Hills. Unbelievable, man. This is number 2. Beauty Behind the Madness. And number 1. The number 1 Weeknd album, After Hours. After Hours is a perfect album. After Hours is so far ahead of these other R&B artists or whoever claims that they can be in the same class as this guy, they would never catch this album. They could never catch this. This album here, he took a jump from Starboy to this. And I'm talking like this right here, Blinding Lights, Save Your Tears. You know what I'm saying? Like Heartless. He took a jump that no artist would ever do. I'm talking like a leap that's so far out there that the newer artists would never take a leap like that. And it worked. It worked. This to me is his greatest work ever. This is like capturing lightning in a bottle. Blinding Lights is like capturing lightning in a bottle. You know what I'm saying? Save Your Tears, capturing lightning in a bottle. After Hours, it's just so well put together. And this is where you see his range from how good he really is when it comes to his artistry. And a lot of people don't understand that The Weeknd can play in any genre if he wants to. He can do everything. He's the everything artist. And this album right here proves that. You know what I'm saying? But he took that sound and he manipulated it and he went somewhere else with it. So this is number one, man. After Hours. You know what I'm saying? And it's including the bonus, the deluxe edition. This is just not the red cover. But yeah, man. Number one, After Hours. Yeah, man. So I figured I'll do something like that. I know y'all probably like that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I like doing those, you know what I mean? Basically going through it. But if you haven't heard The Weeknd's catalog, you should go listen to it. It's pretty interesting. And it's different from what you normally hear. It's dark R&B. And most of the music he's talking about is, I ain't gonna lie, it's about drugs, drug addiction, alcoholism, stuff like that. But it's relatable because he also talks about pain and depression and stuff like that, love and he touches on spiritual topics too, everything. He's not just a typical singing to a female. So this is not that. You know what I'm saying? This is like, okay, this is what toxicity looks like on record. You know what I'm saying? This is not to say his music is toxic, but this is the when you see the side of someone's relationship and they're just toxic, this is the music playing in the background. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. But phenomenal artist, one of my favorite artists of all time. I definitely think that he is in the top 10 to me of all time. And it's only gonna get better. All right, man. Thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate it, man. I hope y'all have yourself a good weekend. It's lucky I put it out on the weekend, right? And I got another joint coming up of the samples of The Weeknd's music from his new album. I think that's interesting too. So I had to release them all on the weekend because it makes sense. All right, man. See y'all. Peace. Bye.